things for what it was, you kind of pull back from that. Goes back to my point. I choose to consume your music or your movies. Once that's over, bro, and I turn it off.
Your tequila, your vodka.
That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to continue to be all caught up in your personal lifestyle. Once the music turns off, or once
that's good. We talked about that before. Yeah. We talked about that before. Did it still be a drop? Yeah. What's it down?
A couple inches, a couple miles. It was not.
But it's cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
reason. And why is that before? We talked about that. You know, once the Diddy machine wasn't pushing that product no more, it has no presence on in the marketplace anymore.
Absolutely.
You don't hear anything about it.
Just goes to show you how much heavy influence he had.
Show you his skill, his true God-given talent.
Summation of my point, I was just saying, I consume your product, whatever it is that I spend my hard-earned, and after that, there between the two shall meet. If I find out something afterwards, then I'll make a determination after that whether to continue to support you. But I'm not gonna, dig into your personal life to find out what kind of person you are. I'm very easily to separate, fact from fiction, real from fiction.
And speaking of fact or fiction, if it did nothing else, it dropped all these demigods off the plateaus and stands that they were on.
Yes.
And it makes you realize that just what you said, you respect them for their work and their talent, and then you move on. If he walks like a man, he talks like a man, he shits like a man, is he not a man? That's it. I mean, you're a man just like me. And I think the big problem with everybody having a camera and all these social platforms and all these cable networks is that, and all these false prophets and raising stuff up, it gives people a certain level of opulence that they don't deserve or need.
Absolutely.
And all this era and this climate that we're in has brought them all down.
Deifying people.
Deifying people. Only person deified is God.
That's it. But then how about you just look at the proliferation of these beehives and exactly
all these people. These are just people. They're just people. They're very talented people.
Right.
But they're just people.
Like
you're talented. You're talented.
They'll find out where you live. Threaten you personally. You say something publicly about the people that they are fans of. These people take it further. That movie Swarm was great. Was a great example of that.
It spoke about that.
They just can't live.
Art
they
imitating
live through
life.
Those people. They have
Art
no
imitating
life.
Take it back
through the people who they idolize.
Take it back to De Niro and Taxi Cab Driver. Take it back to what was the one where him and Wesley Snipes used to play for the San Francisco Giants?
The Fan.
Yeah, the fan. Take it back to the Fan.
Yeah.
We've seen this imitated in art all the time. These people are getting knocked down as they should. You need to respect them for what they are and the gift that they give us. They bring a slice of happiness to us. It's a certain form of escapism.
But you got to live your life.
But you got to live your life.
Yourself.
You're the star. Because you get up every day.
No, absolutely.
Can I quote De Niro in Bronx Tale 2? And when Collagino was a big fan of Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, he was like, you think that? No, they're not the tough guys. Absolutely. The tough guys get up every day, go to work.
That's right.
Those are the real tough guys.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, we're going to see how this plays out, man. But it's a lesson to learn in all this. It's a lesson to learn in all this. From Trump to Diddy to Epstein to Shia LaBeouf to what happened to Chris Brown and everybody else. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of another guy, do you think people are still worshiping Drake after he took that L to Kendrick, or do you feel otherwise? Let's do a Drake versus Kendrick for dummies.
Really?
And give people a recap of this whole thing.
Because I'm a dummy on it.
I'm a bit of a dummy too. I didn't follow with bated breath. I haven't heard every diss track. I've heard the last from each. Once I heard Kendrick's final salvo, I declared the war over. I heard Kendrick's final, a grenade, and I said, war over. You just can't come back from it. It was just uber personal, and it was actually a little cringy how personal it was.
It got too
It was just kind of weird how crazily he went in on him like that. It was just like, it just got beyond a rap battle. Like, old rap was just like, yo, you a bitch, you can't rhyme, or you know what I'm saying? Or,
Called him a pedophile,
absolutely. You said exactly. You start talking about dynamics
to his son.
You're talking about dynamics between your mother, interfamiliar dynamics between your relationship. Like you getting psychiatric. You getting you getting real personal.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah, exactly. You want to put somebody on a couch and give them a session. That's how deep you got. You don't know what that man's going through internally with relationship with his father and his mother. You chose to go there, like on some extra. It was very extra. I mean, it was crazily, it was intense, but it was just, I just declared it over. Like, Drake, just don't even bother coming back. That's the way I felt. What say you, David? Because I think you were a little bit more invested than me.
I'm not a ardent, like, word for word, bar for bar, lyricist hunter like that. I kept a loose thing because I really need that battle for dummies as well. But we've had some time, or I've had some time to analyze it and look at it. And first of all, it appears to me that if you have to declare a winner, the winner is Kendrick.
Absolutely.
I mean, the charts speak it all. Like you go, I went to a wine bar and they were playing the Kendrick disc. I heard, they not like us. They not like us. So like, you go in the Gap and you're looking for a pair of Cheetos. They not like us. They not like us. You know what I mean? So I think you know who the winner was. But with him being a winner, the one thing I will say that I observed is that Drake, like he put a post up declaring that he's done with the whole battle and he's gonna have fun this summer. And he put a post of him on a hill, like 300, with a whole army of men as one man looking down. It was like 5-on-1. Is that really fair? I mean, you had Chris Brown.
Everybody.
You had Rick Ross. You had Kendrick. He took on 5-on-1. It was like taking on a bully in the schoolyard. You know what I mean? It was like 5-on-1.
Sure.
So I'm gonna give him a pass. Like Drake did his thing. It was strong. Kendrick was just stronger. He picked the right one in that battle. But the whole pile on and everybody taking a shot, what that tells me is they respect him for being on top. You only take shots at somebody like that when they're on top.
Sure, you're not going to swing on nobody lower.
Yeah, you go after the king. And he's the king.
Right.
Say what you want, throw the barbs and the little jokes and that the other. But that nigga makes hits.
And he's going to be fine.
He's going to be
be just fine.
Kendrick will be fine. Drake will be fine.
Just fine.
When you get a battle of heavyweights, though, when you look back, like Mosey and LL, Shan and Chris and Nas and Jigga, you just want cats to come out and make better music.
Grow the art.
And grow the art form. Yeah.
There you go.
Because Nas, truth be told, Nas was on a little bit of a decline at that moment.
And
Jigga was on his braggadocious joint. People was getting tired of that. And when they did that and they had to both raise their level, it propelled both of them. It propelled both of them.
Because if you remember, Jay was coming off a lackluster album with
probably
Blueprint 2.
Yeah.
Blueprint 2.
There was some people, there were murmurings that it was a weak compared to
It was a double album.
It was a double album. It had a lot of misses and skips.
It had a lot of hits too.
Nas was coming off Sunshine, that's Jay-Z. He was coming off Shorty, do what you like. Stuff like that was a hit. But it wasn't typical Nas. It wasn't nasty Nas.
This is when Nas had blown up to the point where it was like, he was like a household name beyond just being a good
And he was experimenting.
Exactly.
He was experimenting with different
that's
sounds.
Fair. But Jay-Z brought the street out of him on the battle. They
elevated each other. And in the battle, that's essentially what you
definitely did.
Raise the art form and raise your level. And they did that.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? They did that. So on the charts, Kendrick is the winner, but I think they both won because it maintained their visibility, their level.
And I don't think neither one of them lost a fan in this. Neither one of them was like, oh, he's right. I'm done with Drake. No, I think
and they're both like halfway to be billionaires.
Sure,
so does it really matter?
No, it doesn't.
You
You
know
ain't
what I mean?
hurt nobody's pocket.
Yeah.
You know all that, the white boy and the BBLs and everything. You know, whatever.
Anytime you got Shaq making diss track,
Right,
you know,
right.
it motivates
Shaq
us. Shaq, this is Club Shay Shay. You know, come on, Shay Shay. Let me tell you, you are whack, and I said I'll show you. You know, I like Shaq. Shaq had a nice career.
Shaq.
But Shaq doing
Shaq
this
can
track.
spit. Shaq can spit.
Shaq
I think Shaq can spit props.
Shaq can spit.
Shaq was never a bum.
I don't need him
Never-
dissing Shay Shay though. Like, I don't need that.
He had to stay in his lane.
What's it next? Kim dissing Kate Moss? Like, what is this? Runway supermodel battle? Right?
Soon.
I don't like you. You're like, what is...
Soon.
You think you're cute in your tights? That's right. Like, come on. What is that? Like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that.
Absolutely.
I don't need that.
The whole, can we just move from the distance thing? I think that's the bottom line. Let's get, like you said, you guys said.
Until there's a
get back to
legitimate
good
real
music.
one.
Let's- Yeah, let's get back to
get
good
back to
music. Yeah.
Summertime's about the
Listen,
beautiful weather.
The next step is I need a Kendrick Drake collab.
How about that?
There it is.
Bring it all, bring it full
There it
circle.
is. Shout out to J. Cole for recognizing this ain't my
Absolutely.
shit.
He just bowed out
This
gracefully.
ain't my jam. I got
Gracefully.
step out, guys.
Come on, man.
I got no horse to this
Yeah,
race. Like,
yeah.
y'all go ahead and do that.
Exactly,
It's not good for my spirit.
No, it's not. It's
my
not.
chakras are
And
not
it
aligned.
isn't really. I mean, it's just like when people were, were just bloodthirsty. Come on, we need another disc.
Mm-hmm.
We need another disc. Now you have to answer. Now at some point it's got to stop, bro.
Enough's
It's got to
enough.
stop.
Enough's
So
enough.
now that Drake's done, I guess people are saying, oh yeah, he realizes that Kendrick won. I think dude just wants to do other things besides devote, 36, 50 bars to dissing Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to make music and continue to make money and do his thing and flow with the OVO crew and that's what he wants to do. He don't want to waste his energy in the studio coming up with beats that just to diss Kendrick. That's
You're
a
making me
waste,
waste
yo.
time.
That's a waste.
I got summer
That's a
anthems
waste.
to put out.
Yes.
And
It's a
here's another
waste.
thing. Speaking of summer anthems, I heard a comment, surfing through the internet, whatever, and one of the raps or one of the quips that came against Drake is that, Kendrick stands for something Drake don't ever stand or speak on nothing. Fuck that, my nigga. You don't need. Everybody doesn't need to be Nelson Mandela on the mic.
Sir.
Everybody's not everybody's twist.
Show me the person that said
Like,
that dude so I can blow his
nigga,
ass
are
off.
you the one stand up?
Stop it.
Are you king? Are you gonna put a thin black tie on and a white shirt and stand for
You
everybody?
expect Sexy Red to speak on
Right, exactly.
You expect everybody.
Do you want
to-
Ice Spice speaking on women's rights? Like, shake your ass, mama.
Right. That's
Do
what
what
she
you do.
does.
Yeah.
And that's that. It's
Do
your
what you
entertainment. Wade through it. Don't talk about Drake's got to speak on that. That's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. And
That's
people
lame.
look at him like he was crazy. Snoop. I mean,
Guess what? And he has the right to.
But he's
And
touching,
if-
Drake is not. He's not empty.
Yeah.
He's
can
said
do
some
whatever he
things
wants.
before.
If-
He has said some things that
If
like
he has the
and
right
before,
to,
he
and
is
if
fucking,
something touches him,
then fine. He's
something
okay.
touches the
That's
nerve,
Snoop.
then he can
He has
come
the
and
right to
speak
do
on it.
that.
Yes, but
No.
you don't have
No.
to.
No.
It's
You
all
don't have-
entertainment,
No.
bro.
What an
Stop.
artist, the most I expect an artist to give me is give me a sliver look into the life. I want to feel like,
connection.
I can relate and there's a
Some kind of
connection.
connection.
Drake
Absolutely.
has done that in spades.
Right.
And one of our favorite Drake cuts is that one where he speaks on the joint with Sampha. Where
Oh,
he speaks
man,
that is one of the
it's
best cuts I've heard in the last
It's
10
fantastic.
years.
It's fantastic.
He let his heart out in
Right,
that song.
absolutely.
What else do you
Yeah,
want from him?
Absolutely, yeah.
He doesn't have to go on Capitol Hill and
exactly,
speak
right.
on women's
Exactly
birth
right,
rights
baby.
and
You're
in
exactly
vitro.
right. You're
I'm
exactly
against in vitro fertilization or whatever. Like,
Right.
I don't want to hear Drake for that.
I don't either.
It's
Put out
not-
your anthems and do you, bro.
Do
you
you.
like Drake for what you like him for. If you don't
you.
like him, that's fine too.
Right.
But Bull got music, yo. I don't care what anyone
Got
says.
music.
Bull got music.
Got music.
When it's on the crib or when I'm, out and about and it's played, yo, it's hot. I'm good with that. That's fine.
You can stay right
You
there.
know, come on, man.
stay
You
right
put
there.
way too
Like,
much.
yeah.
Like we said, it's all consumable. Whatever you want to consume, choose to do that. I'm not going to knock people and say, you shouldn't be listening to Ice Spice and Sexy Red. Do I think it's trash? I'm going to say yeah, but your right is your right to listen to it. It should be played on the radio because that's what the people want to hear. So she has every right to be played on the radio and be in your face.
Yeah,
it's for those, you know.
I said, it takes on a thing almost like bullying.
Right.
Like everybody piled on, everybody took shots.
Right.
Next thing you know, is it, you know, his identity. A lot of people don't like him because of his lack of his cultural appropriation or a different identity.
Sure.
One minute he's Caribbean Drake.
Right.
Then he's Canadian Drake. Then he's emo Drake.
That is a bit irksome. So at times,
Is that it can be
that's a little
irksome, or
times.
is that just his skill set to be a chameleon and be able to
It's part of his skills. It is part of it. It is part of it.
A little bit of both.
It is. It's absolutely a little bit of both,
cultural
David. It
appropriation.
absolutely is.
Would you say
I don't think that's cultural appropriation. I think that's his culture. First of all, he's like mixed.
He is mixed.
Canadian. He has a
There
lot
you
of different
go.
influence.
There you go.
The music, all them cats that come from England and Canada and all them, they well diverse.
But to David's point, to touch Burna Boy, and then to go to Jock Q, I mean to go to Mavado, and then go to Wizkid,
Then go
and
Burner,
You're
then go
touching,
Burna Boy, do a collab with
You're
Burna
touching
Boy.
like every.
Then Sarah McLachlan.
Right.
Then Sarah McLachlan.
Then go to England. Then get with Rags Original.
Yeah.
Like every
Then
single.
Capital C.
Right. Exactly. You go to the drill.
What type? Let's to the
I
hot
think
boy.
that's how they roll.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It can
You
be
know.
that's how they roll.
It's sometimes
That's how he rolls.
there's a
That's
bit
how
of
they roll.
there's a
The
bit of
culture
like you said
is
skill involved with that, and there's a
There's
bit
a
of
skill. And there's a bit of irksome.
because
Because nigga, declare something.
every lane.
Yeah, you from Switzerland?
Right.
You playing the north or the south? This is a civil war.
Bro.
Are you in the north or you in the south? You claim the
Caribbean
band?
nation and every African country.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's be clear here.
Now you're from
He's
Accra.
danced all
Now
over
you're
the
from
place.
Ghana.
Right.
Now you're from Georgia. Now you're from
Like whoever's hot, he'll do a joint with you. Like, I mean, seriously, like
Gift and a curse.
Popcorn is his man. Like
Gift
Popcorn.
and a curse.
you know,
And that
he's rolling
track is
Popcorn.
fire with him and
Oh, it
Popcorn.
absolutely is.
Fire
That's
with
a
him
song
and
in-
Popcorn.
that's a song in
One of my
itself
favorite joints
with
with
him and Popcorn. So
Him and
I
Popcorn
mean,
joint
listen,
is fire.
And he did a lot for Popcorn. He put
Did a lot for
Popcorn
Popcorn.
on, bro. Let's, I mean, like on.
So is it safe to say that that's a gift and a curse?
Right.
And we just talked about him giving us a sliver into his life. Snoop just said it. When you're from Toronto, you touch. That's a cultural melting pot.
Already.
Caribbean.
So that's
African.
That's why I don't get so mad.
Canadian.
And I tell you,
American.
He does it right.
He's
he does
nothing
it good.
more than a
He does
byproduct
it
of the
good.
way he was
Absolutely.
raised.
And that's
So
fair
is he
enough.
supposed to be scolded
That's
for
fair
that?
enough. That's
Or is that
fair
just
enough.
a skill set?
I do a side eye sometimes, like really.
It does make you.
But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit up here and castigate him for it.
And then
it is what it is.
can I address the elephant in the room with that? I feel as though, and I take no offense to you or you, that a lot of that stuff comes from him being light skinned. It's a light skinned thing.
You know what you said.
Light skinned cats
Can
stick a lot
I
of.
tell you what? You know what you said? You made an
There you go,
analogy.
Stu.
You made an analogy when Drake first came out, the first few years, and I still hold true to this. I always tell people what you said because it's so valid and so true. Drake, to put it bluntly, was like the pretty light-skinned girl in the class who always got her hair pulled,
Right.
and she sat in front of the
Right.
girls who weren't maybe quite as fair.
Got mashed potatoes flipped at her on the
They just
lunch
couldn't
table.
stand her
Yeah.
because she was so pretty. And Drake came out, and everybody, good-looking guy. He just had women, made music for women and men, and just
Right.
people just found reasons to hate him because of that. If
Had
he
to
was,
search for reasons
if it
to
was,
hate.
if it was Cardinal Official, who's also from the T dot,
But he's
people
not
might not have been
light-skinned.
mad. Right,
He's
I'm
not
saying
light-skinned.
that's what I'm saying. People might not have been as mad if it's Cardinal Official. He would, and he was as multi-talented and faceted as Drake. He might not get the hate. It might just be, Cardinal's doing his thing. Cardi's not. Cardinal is dope. Cardinal Official's very
We always
dope.
like Cardinal.
Very dope. But I'm saying, if it was him that had that same level of success and acclaim, people probably wouldn't care as much.
No.
But it's easy to pick on Drake
Because it's Aubrey Graham
it's just
and he's
easy.
biracial
He's the
and
easy
he's
target.
light skinned.
That's all.
It's low hanging fruit.
It is. That's all. That's all.
And
it
he's
is.
winning.
That's exactly.
He's
exactly.
winning.
Sure.
At a clip that we've never even seen
Right,
at this
absolutely.
high.
That's what
We've
it
seen
is,
the
Dave.
clip
That's what
he's
it
on is saved for people like Bono and Mick Jagger and Madonna. He's above. He's eclipsed
Sheeran.
all of them. And yes, he's bigger than that shit.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
right.
you know, Taylor Swift and Beyonce. He's on that level.
Right.
And that makes for it to be an easy target. So Drake is great.
Right.
The battle raised the art for him.
Exactly.
And it is what it is. And we'll leave it at that. Roots Picnic this weekend.
Yeah.
The greatest festival of them all.
Now you just paid off the Roots Picnic 2014, so now you're free to take a new loan out for 2024.
No, actually,
so you just refinanced.
Actually, I have 18 more payments.
Oh, for finish up for 14. I got you.
And then I'll be
then
paid
you'll be
off.
done with 2014.
So I'm gonna have myself.
So they didn't roll it into this new loan.
I'm going.
It's a separate. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend $80 on a Roots t-shirt.
You got it.
I'm a Questlove Roots.
Come back with plenty stories.
I'm gonna come back with stories. I mean, how can I deny the greatest music festival that goes on right around the corner from my house, from my home?
I'm actually very jealous.
When you have a festival on the level of Coachella
right
and right in my backyard, Glastonbury.
You couldn't even go to sleep without hearing
Glastonbury and
you would be hearing
Lollapalooza. I have it right down the street from me. How can I not go?
Sleep. You couldn't even go to sleep.
I gotta go. I want to go see Ellie Gilligan. I want to see Nas.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm mad. What's the name? Had to drop out because of health reasons. Not Janelle Monáe. Victoria Monet had to drop out. She has one of the best R&B stage shows in the game right now. She had to drop out because of health reasons. I don't know if they'll replace her, but there's plenty of acts to replace her. We got my man DJ Active getting on. Shout out to Act. We got all kinds of sets. We got multiple DJs. It's going to be a good time.
Food,
beautiful
vendors,
weather this weekend in Philly. I'm going to have a good time. I'll definitely represent Build Destroy. I wish I had some Build Destroy merch to wear out there. Pump it up.
You go with the chain.
Yeah, so listen. Stu, you want to see, got your chain?
I have it on.
Oh, okay. So we got merch coming. We got Build Destroy merch coming. Want to get y'all, put y'all up on game early, and tell y'all about the Build Destroy merch. We're our design team, and what's the name? You see the logo.
Ardently working in the back.
You see the logo in the back. That's going to be adorned on some shirts and some hoodies and some jewelry and things of that nature, baseball caps, whatever. So look out for that. And Roots Picnic to me has ascended to be the top one because although it is a small car payment in comparison to all the other festivals that go on, it is a festival for the people. It's affordable. You can actually dream to go. You can aspire to go and it not, take any food out of your children's mouth. You can go if you want. So, that's a good thing to me with top-notch talent. And they brought it to the people in West Philly. They put it in the middle of West Philly. They keep it a primarily African-American event, which a lot of these things are, outside of Broccoli Fest down in D.C. That's probably the only, but Broccoli Fest is where, Broccoli Fest is where Roots Picnic was about 8-9 years ago. It's building, the one in D.C. A little more underground, unheard of arts, up and coming, alternative R&B, hip hop, go-go.
Sure.
It's a nice thing for the youngsters, for those hipsters, But the Roots Picnic is for the people. And I'll
represent.
Yeah, I'm gonna represent. I'm gonna try and shoot some clips out there so we can put them up on the site, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward.